question of your true desire is not measured by the words you speak in public, but by the sacrifices you make in the absolute silence of your own solitude. Most people claim they want a life of freedom, while they continue to prioritize the comfort of their old habits and the safety of their small routines. You must look into the mirror and ask if you are willing to endure the long nights and the social isolation that come with the pursuit of a legendary legacy. If your commitment shifts with your mood, then you do not actually want it, and you are simply playing a game with your future. Real ambition requires a hunger that is so intense it makes the idea of quitting feel like a betrayal. True resolve is found in the moments when the initial excitement has vanished, and all that remains is the cold reality of the work that must be done. You will face days when your energy is low and the world seems to be conspiring against every move you make toward your highest goals. This is the exact point where the winners are separated from the talkers who only thrive when the conditions are perfect and the sun is shining. You must develop a mindset that thrives on the friction and the resistance that others use as an excuse to slow down or stop. Your success is a debt that must be paid in full every single morning through focused action. The path to mastery is paved with the wreckage of 1,000 versions of yourself that you had to kill in order to grow into your potential. You cannot reach for a better reality while you are still clutching the security blankets of your past mistakes and your old beliefs about what is possible. Every step forward requires you to shed a layer of your identity that is no longer serving the grand vision you have for your existence. This process of destruction is painful, and it is the primary reason why most individuals stay exactly where they are for their entire lives. You must be brave enough to walk through the fire of transformation until only the essential parts remain. Consider the reality that the world owes you nothing, and that no one is coming to save you from the consequences of your own hesitation. You are the sole commander of your destiny, and the only person who can decide if your life will be a masterpiece or a tragedy of missed opportunities. When you stop looking for external validation, you gain a level of psychological freedom that allows you to move with a speed that others find terrifying. This self-reliance is the ultimate weapon in a competitive landscape where most people are waiting for permission that will never arrive. You must take what is yours by virtue of your own labor and the relentless application of your specific talents. Your focus is a sacred currency, and you are currently wasting it on trivial distractions that provide zero return on the investment of your precious time. You must learn to guard your attention with a ferocity that borders on the divine, because what you focus on is exactly what you will become. If you fill your mind with the noise of the crowd, you will produce a life that is as shallow as the content you consume. By narrowing your vision to a single point of excellence, you are creating a laser that can cut through any obstacle in your path. This level of concentration is the secret of the elite, who understand that greatness is the result of intensity. The fear of failure is a hollow ghost that only has power over those who have not yet decided that their goal is worth any amount of embarrassment. You must embrace the risk of looking like a fool in the eyes of the mediocre while you are learning the skills required for your eventual rise. Every mistake is a piece of valuable data that teaches you how to refine your strategy and sharpen your aim for the next attempt. When you remove the option of quitting from your mind, the concept of failure ceases to exist and is replaced by the reality of iteration. You are training yourself to be a person who views every setback as a necessary stepping stone. Maturity is the discovery that your life is a direct reflection of the standards you have chosen to accept for your physical and mental well-being. If you are not satisfied with your current status, you must raise the floor of what you consider to be acceptable behavior for a person of ambition. You cannot expect to win at a high level if you are still making compromises with your discipline and your integrity when no one is watching. Every choice you make is either a vote for the person you want to become or a vote for the person you are leaving behind. You must be ruthless with yourself until excellence becomes the only way you know how to operate. The anxiety you feel about your future is a message from your soul telling you that you are currently capable of achieving much more than you are doing. Instead of trying to numb this feeling with cheap stimulation, you should use it as a catalyst for a deeper level of commitment to your work. This tension is the internal friction caused by the gap between your current reality and the legendary life you know you could be living. You must bridge this gap through the daily application of hard work and the relentless pursuit of mastery in your chosen field. The discomfort will only vanish when you are finally moving at the speed of your potential and acting with certainty. There is no better place to be than the middle of a struggle that requires you to use every ounce of your intelligence and your courage. This state of intense pressure is where you find the true limits of your character and where you develop the grit needed for a life of authority. You were not built for a life of ease and comfort, but for the conquest of challenges that make the average person tremble with doubt. By choosing to stay in the heat, you are proving that you are worthy of the rewards that only come to those who refuse to quit. This endurance is the hallmark of a leader who understands the prize. The final truth is that you have everything you need to change your life the moment you decide that you are finished with being average. The tools are in your hands and the path is open, and the only missing ingredient is the absolute resolve to see the mission through. You must stop asking if you can do it and start proving to yourself that you are the type of person who makes things happen.